What's going on, guys? This is Bruce Matson, your host of the show, Metric Scout Fantasy Football, the show that talks about all things fantasy from redraft to dynasty, DFS, and everything in between. As you saw from the thumbnail, we're going to be talking about CeeDee Lamb, how he projects for 2021, and a little bit from last year. Last year was cut in two different stories. There was before the Dak Prescott injury, and then there was after with Andy Dalton and company. And things shook drastically for the Cowboys after Dak got hurt. And it was a totally different offense, a totally different team. And we're going to dig into that. Because with Dak, Lamb was on pace to catch 93 passes for 1,385 yards and 6 touchdowns. While Dak was on the field during his first 5 games, he caught 29 balls for 433 yards and 2 TDs. He had a 17% target share, a 10.1 average depth of target, 14.9 yards per reception, a 22% share of the air yards, and he averaged 2.26 yards per route run. So he was highly efficient, and he was getting a lot of volume. Once Dak was out of the picture, things changed. From a volume standpoint, it wasn't much different. He had an 18% target share, average depth of target of 9 yards, a 22% share of the air yards, 11.2 yards per reception, and 1.55 yards per route run. So a volume standpoint from an ownership perspective didn't change much. However, the volume of the offense did. Also, quarterback efficiency changed drastically. We went from averaging 14.9 yards per reception to averaging 11.2. We went from having a 10.1 average at the target to 9. So we had a drop off in depth, which is a drop off in his work rate from a different regard. So that hindered his ability to put up fantasy points. He was still getting a large target share. However, when Dak was off the field, when he was hurt, the team averaged 24.6 seconds between plays on a neutral game script versus 20.7 seconds between plays on a neutral game script. So it was a slower paced offense. They averaged just 68 plays per game versus 74. It's a big drop off there, and the pass rate dropped from 66% to a 59% pass rate. So the volume of the offense changed, the passing volume changed, and was a big hindrance to everybody's production on the Cowboys, not just CeeDee Lamb. However, if Dak was on the field, CeeDee Lamb would have an easy 1,000-yard season, probably 90 or more catches, 6 or so touchdowns. So he would have been very productive, very efficient. Mind you, he's averaging 2.26 yards per route run, which is very good for a rookie. He played most of his snaps in the slot, so he would have got those high acuity targets. Right now in Dynasty, he's being valued at the wide receiver 7 with a 19.7 average draft position, making him like around a second-round pick. Good value for a young wide receiver who's 22 years old, who's got production, who's on a good team with a good quarterback who wants to move the ball. They're gearing away from the run. As you can tell from the usage stats from the team, they're gearing away from that. They're not pounding Zeke up the middle constantly anymore. They want to throw the football. That's why they drafted CeeDee Lamb in the first round. First, that was a tremendous value for them, but they also got Amari Cooper, Michael Gallup. They have Dak for a long time now, so it is the perfect storm. Lamb's the young cat in the offense with the talent. So he's only going to get better going forward. He's still developing. So what we saw from Lamb last year was him at the young stages of his career. He's continuously going to get better and develop. And another thing, too, in redraft, he's being valued as the wide receiver 13, being drafted around the 3rd and 4th round per Underdog Fantasy. So there's some value there. So if you want to fade Amari Cooper and stack him with Dak Prescott, that might be the play you want to do, and stack him with some other Cowboys. Just get with this offense. I'm all in on CeeDee Lamb this year. The Cowboys in general, the entire offense I'm in on due to the volume, due to the passing volume, the passing plays, everything that's going to rise the tide for everybody in the offense, especially for CeeDee Lamb. I'm all in on Lamb for Dynasty, and I'm all in on Lamb at redraft. There is scarcity at the running back position, so that may pivot people away from Lamb. However, once you get into that second round of running backs in Dynasty, you got to be frugal. You don't want to be drafting the older running backs, so you got to make sure that running back's right for you. And if not, Lamb's a good guy to pivot to because you're going to have him for a long time too at good production. He's going to be efficient and he's on a good team. Redraft this year, same thing. He's at a part where the running backs are starting to get scarce and you want to get the running backs that are right for you. If they're not there, then obviously you want to go with Lamb. I want to thank you for watching the show, sticking with me this long. If I kept you entertained, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, tell your homies, and I'll catch you next time.